This is everyone. Today, oh boy, this is the second day of the first week of making 60 blades in 6 weeks. And I just lost a grinder, the big one. So this is my big 7-inch angle grinder. It's a Chicago Electric, so I didn't really expect it to last that long. And I will say, for the time I had it, it did amazing, but it quit this morning, and I really need it to keep going. And I'm also going to be taking a break on the sword project until I get a knife, or not a knife, quench tank, which I'm actually going to drop that off on the way, and I'm going to have that welded. So I'm actually on the way to town right now to pick up a new grinder, and yeah, get that quench tank made. So that is where I'm going now. Okay, so I just got out of the store, and well, they don't have that grinder anymore. And so it's a Harbor Freight grinder. I just got out, and my local Harbor Freight no longer carries the Chicago Electric 7-inch grinder. But that's not a complete loss exactly, because this morning my grinder wasn't working and I had a broken grinder. But because of how they do stuff, I just took in a broken grinder and exchanged it for a whole bunch of stuff I needed and had 84 cents to spare. So I guess I'm gonna have to do the next 6 weeks with a 4.5-inch grinder, unless I can get another one online or something, but they just don't have it. So I'm gonna have to get one online. Yeah, so I guess I'll see you back at the shop unless something interesting happens before then. Alright, so let's see if I can not show my address on here. We got a package here, and what's in the package is what's important. So we got sheaths. Alright, I'm back in the shop now. I was going to work on this today, getting it heat treated, but I can't do that today because I was going to quench it in water, but I just don't want to do water because it's the highest risk for cracks and probably warping. It doesn't get any better in water, that's for sure. But also it'll rust if it's exposed to too much humidity or just any kind of moisture. It will rust a lot easier. So I want to do it in oil, and I can't do that yet because I don't have a quench tank made, as you know, you heard earlier in the video. So I am going to be working on something else. I lost my big grinder, so I'm going to have to think of some other way to grind, but I think I'm just going to work on knives for those sheaths that just came in. So like I said, it is this type of knife, so I basically just have to make this knife a few times. I mean, I have 7 sheaths, so that's what I'm going to work on now. Alright, so I have my pieces cut out. I'm going to put them in the forge and forge them out. Now, this is not going to be a very in-depth how to make knives, because or how to make these knives. I think I'm going to try to make 5 of them today. And that's a lot of recording, editing, and this video is already getting somewhat long. So I'm just going to kind of run through them and just kind of show you the basic process, but it's not going to be a very in-depth how to make these knives video. I'm going to start by drawing this out. Yeah, it's just like any other day. Alright guys, here's the tip. If your forge is ever making this sound, it could be because you're running out of gas, but in my case, and I mean, a lot of other cases, it's not because it's running out of gas. It's because the propane tank is frozen because I'm using grill tanks. So the way you fix this is turn off your forge and then walk over to your tank and you can shake it. I mean, that'll work some of that loose, and then when you turn your forge back on, it'll be hotter. Now this won't make it run for you know, another hour or so. It'll only give you another maybe 10 minutes or so. But if you really need to finish your project, it'll run hot for a few more minutes, and it can be just enough to finish it. I've had to do this 3 times. This is my 3rd time doing that, and it started doing that when I had 2 knives in. So I've almost got 2 other knives forged out, and I'm starting another one, and hopefully I can finish before it gets to the point where I can't use it. Alright, so I have them all forged out. There's 5 of them. And then I also fixed one here that was messed up a while back. But these are the 5 I did this morning. Or, yeah, today. And, yeah, next is just grinding. Alright, I got 3 of them ground and sanded. Now I'm going to heat treat them, and while they're tempering, be working on the other 2. Okay, well those are tempering. I'm going to be working on the others. There's 2 of them tempering, and I have 3 of them that are heat treated and tempered. I'm going to wire wheel them off because I still have the scale and all that on them from the heat treat and the forging. Alright, now it's time to get the handles on. Alright, I'm just going to wire wheel off the blades and the handles. All the surface of all these knives are getting wire wheeled off. Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.